Hey, this is Gavin Gaddis in for Tom Webster. Today, Wednesday, July 15th, 2026, the Podcast Atlas, Part 3, The Front Door. Audio builds trust, video leverages that trust. Today, let's take a look at what role clips play in the podcast ecosystem. This is your final reminder. I am reading for Tom Webster today, so everything from here on out is in first person. Audio builds the trust and video puts it to work, but neither one does any good if nobody ever finds the show. That's the job clips do. In the Podcast Atlas, clips are the top of the funnel, the short-form pieces that live in the social feed, recruiting new listeners and pulling lapsed ones back. For an advertiser, clips are the front door to everything the other territories go on to monetize, not the place the sale gets closed. Here are 5 things the data says about that door. Number 1, watching clips is mainstream behavior. 89% of podcast listeners watch clips on at least one social platform at least sometimes, and 72% do so often or always. That's most of the audience, not a fringe habit at the edge of podcasting, and it happens on platforms where the reach already is. In the article today, there is a table here showing watch clips here often or always, including YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Reels, and X, the Everything app, or Twitter. And all of those have their percentage of those who watch podcast content on there, from YouTube at 67% down to X at 48%. Continuing on with the article. For a buyer, that spread helps to inform the targeting. Clips put podcast content into the same feed where a mass reach money is already going, which makes them the one piece of the podcast world that operates at social platform scale. It also tilts by age. For younger audiences especially, vertical video has become the main way a new show gets found, ahead of the feed drops and cross-promotion that still bring in older, app-native listeners. Number 2, they genuinely feed discovery, and here's how much. Clips move people towards the full show, though how much they actually do is easy to oversell. The new table here is clips lead me to watch a specific episode or become a regular listener. Those who say often or always are 30% for the first and 33% for become a regular listener. And at least sometimes is 81% to watch a specific episode and 84% to become a regular listener. Read the right-hand column carefully before anyone puts it on a sales sheet. Most of those 80-odd percentage figures are sometimes, not often or always. So this isn't an 80% conversion rate, and treating it like one is rounding hope up into the fact. The meaningful number is in the left column. Roughly a third of clip viewers reliably go on to watch the episode or follow the show. That's trial, and trial is what leads to usage. So it's a number no advertiser should leave on the table. And for a creator, it's the growth engine itself. It's a real, repeatable discovery engine, as important to the creator as it is to the advertiser. It's also important to note that, as we saw in the Discovery Playbook 2026, clips are in the channels where the blue ocean for podcasting can already be found. Trailers, cross promos, and feed drops aren't bringing people new to podcasting, but clips in vertical video surely could. Number 3, clip attention is real attention. The worry with anything that lives in a scroll feed is that it's all passive impressions. The data says otherwise. 74% of clip viewers give clips their near or full attention, which lands only 3 to 7 points below full episodes. 77% for audio, 81% for video. A good podcast clip is mercifully short, and people tend to give it their eyes for the whole of it, which is what separates it from the ordinary run of shorts and reels people thumb past. That holds specifically when the clip comes from a creator someone already follows or lands on a topic they care about, and that attention is the part that does the converting, since nobody follows a show off a clip they scrolled past without watching. Number 4. Clips reach people in the moments episodes can't. Each format catches a different part of the day. Audio owns the hands-busy hours, and video owns the lean-back ones, while clips fill the in-between. Their top context are scrolling other social media, 48%, and killing time while waiting, 47%. Those are moments when nobody is going to start a 40-minute episode, but they will watch 90 seconds of one. For an advertiser, that's incremental reach. The chance to land in front of someone during time the full show was never going to capture. For the creator, it's another chance for trial, and there's no usage without trial. Number 5. The clips that work are built to point somewhere. Clips don't recruit by accident. When we asked viewers how they can tell there's a full episode behind a clip, 2 signals tied at the top: the creator mentioning it and an on-screen title flagging the full episode, 43% each, with the simple sense that something's missing, that there's more to the story close behind, 41%. The clips that convert are the ones designed as entry points, signaling that more exists and taking the full episode easy to find. Build a clip as a self-contained moment and it entertains, then disappears. Build it as a door and it gets walked through. That's the case for clips. They're the widest, most trafficked entrance to the whole system, working at the scale of the social feed and pulling real attention while they're at it. Far from cannibalizing the shows they point to, they feed them, turning passive awareness into active listening, and the relationship travels both ways. 71% of listeners say they'd follow a host they like from a full show into clips. The job is discovery, not the close. And an advertiser who buys them for what they do, recruiting the audience that the other territories go on to convert, is buying the front door rather than mistaking it for the full house. A last word for the creators reading this rather than the buyers. Everything above frames clips as an ad environment, but clips are also how a show gets found in the first place, and that job may matter more to you than any of it. However you plan to grow a podcast now, the front door is a video clip, and the shows that treat it that way are the ones new listeners actually reach. For more, please download the Podcast Atlas with the link in today's show notes, where you can also watch the webinar where I walk you through all of the territories on the podcast map. Thank you, as always, to our wonderful research partners, SiriusXM Podcast Network, ESPN Podcasts, BetterHelp, NPR, and American Public Media, as well as our research partners at Signal Hill Insights. Next week, we tackle social. Thanks for listening to Tom's article, The Podcast Atlas, Part 3, The Front Door. For Sounds Profitable, I'm Gavin Gaddis, and we'll see you next week for another narrated article.